Now, one man who has hung on to his seat in Congress, Guy Reschenthaler, and he joins us from Pennsylvania this morning. Hey, Guy, congratulations first on your reelection. And Pennsylvania, there's a lot going on there. What should we be focusing on to figure out who's going to win this thing?
Well, gentlemen, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. With Pennsylvania, what you have to keep an eye out is this. You've got ballots that are coming in that were mailed in and were collected as of Election Day yesterday. Then, because the Pennsylvania Supreme Court rewrote our election law, you have ballots that are coming in today, tomorrow, and Friday. So here's the question. Do the ballots that come in today through Friday, do those count, or are those unconstitutional? Because the Constitution says that it's the General Assemblies in the states that write election law, that decide how elections are handled. The Supreme Court here in Pennsylvania usurped that power, and arguably that is unconstitutional. It's also a recipe for fraud because these ballots that are coming in post-election day don't need to have a legible postmark. You cannot have signature verification on them. So they're very suspect. That's what the legal battle is going to be. And remember, Trump is ahead right now. The question is, do those ballots that come in post-election make a difference? It's very possible they do, and we're heading toward a court battle.
Yeah, and talking about court battles, the issue of the naked ballots in which somebody might fill out a ballot but not put it in the appropriate envelope that goes with it. There are tens of thousands of those out there. Is that still an issue? Will that be appealed to the Supreme Court?
Well, our state auditor general himself, not a conservative, by the way, did an audit and said there's at least 50,000 excess ballots that are just floating around in Pennsylvania. That can make a difference. Remember, Trump only won Pennsylvania by 44,000 votes in 2016. So clearly 50,000 votes could make a big difference. That is troublesome. And again, that is what's going to be part of the legal challenge when we take this to the court.
What do you do now, Guy? I assume you want to help the administration as much as possible. What are you going to be doing to try to help in that effort?
Well, I'll do whatever I can to assist. I'm already on a lawsuit with the administration filing suit against Pennsylvania because how the fact that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court rewrote our election law. So from a campaign point of view and from a personal point of view, I'll be there to assist the administration. And it's just not about President Trump. We have 3 Republicans that are on the verge of unseating Democrats that are currently in the House. Those 3 seats would make a big difference for pushing a conservative agenda in the House. So I'll be advocating for them as well because those 3 individuals that are currently in the lead, those mail-in ballots could change the results of their election too. So that's another thing we have to monitor.
Yeah, and I assume you're going to have, now you won't do this specifically, but the census is going to come in. There's going to be a rewriting of the districts there in the state. Do you take part in that process?
So that is all done by the state by the state legislature and General Assembly. So we don't have anything to do with it. But it's very important that the blue wave that was projected did not come. It looks like the Republicans will maintain control of the state House and also the state Senate. That's incredibly important because those individuals will be drawing the maps. Now, the problem is, again, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court went rogue last time we redrew the maps. They've gone rogue and rewrote the election law as well. Does the Supreme Court then step in and draw their own maps? And then that, of course, would get challenged to the U.S. Supreme Court. So. Yeah. We have one legal battle that we're dealing with now. It's possible we go to a legal battle with redistricting in a few months.
Now, Guy, you go back to Washington. What one thing do you have on your to-do list when you get back there?
Look, I'm going to continue to fight for conservative principles. We need to fight for jobs in the economy. We need to make sure that we continue.
Will that include, by the way, are you in favor of another stimulus package? I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but is that on the list?
We have to see what it looks like. If it looks like the so-called HEROES Act that was giving taxpayer-funded health care to illegal immigrants, that was giving them illegal immigrant stimulus checks, it had Green New Deal provisions, then no, absolutely not. But if we have something that's narrowly tailored, yes, of course, we'll take a look at it because people are hurting and there's specific industries that are hurting too. We got to take a look at it. But I'm not going to vote for a multi-trillion-dollar package that's a liberal dream list like what we saw with the HEROES Act. But we'll take a look at that. I think, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. When we come back to D.C., we're going to witness a Democrat civil war, because you're going to have a lot of the far-left Democrats blaming the more moderate, the few moderates that are there.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to watch that party tear itself apart.
Yeah, and the next stimulus package, if there is one, may look a lot different because of what just happened. Guy,
yes.
Congratulations on your re-election, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on. I always enjoy it. Take care.